Hello, Chem 151 students. So I just wanted to start by going over the syllabus. Hi, I'm Dr. Lemieux. You probably saw my welcome video, and I'll be teaching you Chem 151, which will mostly be online. Of course, there will be some labs in person. By now, you should be aware of the lab rotation schedule. We're a late start lab, so we're going to start in the 4th week. So I just wanted to briefly go through the syllabus with you and make sure you understand everything that's happening. So my lectures here, you can contact me anytime by email or through Canvas. My lectures will be uploaded to YouTube weekly, and I'll separate them into approximately 30-minute chunks so you can do these a bit at a time. So we're going to have, besides the syllabus video today, we'll have 3 30-minute videos on Chem 150 review, and that will continue every week. So we'll have a series of videos and some problems for you to do, and finally several assignments, including labs at the end of every week due. So because we're social distancing this semester, there is a lab rotation schedule, meaning not all of you will come on any particular day. So I did email you to let you know which group you will be in of 3 groups that there are. And so we'll talk more about that in a moment. My office hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. This is shortly after the lab. Gives you enough time to get back home if you were in the lab. And these are over Zoom. So if you need to talk to me when I'm in my office hours, I'll be at this link. There's also a link in the Canvas page. So on the first page here, we have a schedule. The way it works is you'll have new content coming out every Monday. Like late Sunday night, early Monday morning. I guarantee it out by 9 a.m. on Monday every week. And it will cover the lecture content you see here, the chapter sections from the textbook. You should read those, and I'll give you instructions to read those each week. And then you'll have the entire week to do assignments and do your readings, watch the lectures until Sunday night at 11:59. That's when all of your assignments are due. This week there'll be a homework assignment, a discussion, which will just be introductions, and there will be either a quiz or an exam every week, and you'll be turning in lab assignments that you have been doing over the previous weeks. Here it just states which group is coming that week on the Tuesday and Thursday of that week, and which experiment that we'll be running. There's more details on the following page, which gives the full lab rotation schedule. So you have been assigned a group 1, 2, or 3. This indicates what you should be working on that day or that time period each week. Until the 4th week, it's all online stuff. But starting in the 4th week, you will have in-person lab assignments. So on the 8th of September, for example, group 1 will be checking in and doing experiment 2. Then we'll go on to online lab assignments until 9/17, September 17th. They will come back in and do experiment 6. On 9/10, that will be the first day that group 2 comes in and does check in experiment 2, and so forth. So this is the entire lab schedule. So you can just focus on whichever group you're in. And your groups have been assigned here. If you have not been assigned a group because you just registered after I finish the syllabus, let me know and we'll get you into a group, but the names are stated here. In this class, you're going to be doing a lot of problem solving. So I'll generally assign problems from the textbook, but then I'll also have a homework assignment that will be done either by writing onto a piece of paper and uploading to Canvas, or by typing into Canvas itself. We may move on to typing into Canvas as the semester goes forward, and I'm able to kind of teach you how that works a little bit better. After that, in the syllabus, we've got some general information that is important here. Your last day to add, last day to drop with a W, last day to drop completely, even without a W, with a W, and so forth. So this is the last day to drop without a W, last day to drop with a W. After that, you will get a grade assigned for the course. And so the prerequisites are Math 102 and Chem 150. So you guys have already taken Chem 150, so you must have taken Math 102. Let's see. These are just kind of the objectives for the course here, what we'll be learning in detail. Won't make much sense yet, but as we move forward, we'll be doing those things and I'll describe what they mean to you. And then these are the student learning outcomes. We use these to evaluate our progress in teaching the students from semester to semester and collect data. And so these are just kind of a condensed form of all of the different things you learned here. For this class, you will need obviously the syllabus, which has been posted on Canvas, and the textbook. I don't really care where you buy the textbook. On Canvas, I've given you several options where you could buy it. Bookstore, which is probably the most expensive, the publisher, and off of Amazon or any other retailer. You will want either a digital or a physical copy of the book. You could rent it. You may already have it from Chem 150. It is the same book. You will want a scientific calculator. So when I'm showing you problems, I'll be using the one up here, which is the Windows scientific calculator. That works, but if you're going to be taking standardized exams, you're going to need a basic scientific calculator anyway, such as a TI-30X2S like this one. So you should have one of those anyways, and you probably have one from Chem 150 or Chem 101 if you took them here. For goggles, you will need goggles. The lab will, when you come into lab, actually, they will have goggles available that they can provide you, but they're not very comfortable. If you want to get a kind of higher end, like a UVEX Stealth or a nicer goggle, just make sure that they have side shields and passive venting. Lab coats also, you may have your own lab coat. The labs are also, the lab techs are also providing lab coats that have been used but washed and cleaned, and so if you want one of those, you can get a free lab coat. When we go into the lab, we will have social distancing and face masks and so forth. You're expected to arrive with a face mask, but we will be provided N95 masks and face shields in the lab. You'll get your very own one that you get to keep with you in your drawer. And the way entry to lab will work is you will be admitted by a lab tech or myself when you have got a face mask on, and otherwise the outside will be locked. And so we'll talk more about that as we move forward. Technology requirements, because this is a hybrid class, you will have some technology that you need to have. You'll need a mobile device in order to take pictures of your work and make PDFs out of them. I have put a video on Canvas that shows you how to do that. You'll also need a personal computer, such as a laptop or a desktop that can run Microsoft Word and Excel. These programs are provided for free by the campus. And you'll also want access to a printer so you can print things out, and your cell phone or a scanner so you can make PDFs. Again, I've got instructions. I'll show you on Canvas how to do that. You are expected to attend virtually. If you're missing lab assignments or lecture assignments, if you're not turning in assignments, you could be dropped from the course. There will be general chemistry topics covered in this class, and so I will review some general chemistry, particularly in the first week, but this does build on from Chem 150, so you're expected to still know that Chem 150 material, even though we will review it a bit. In terms of grades, your grades will be based on exams, quizzes, homework assignments, lab assignments, in person and online, and also discussion boards. And so the midterm exams, there will be 3 of them, each worth 60 points. There will be 13, and these will be administered through Canvas. You'll have an hour and 30 minutes to complete them once you start. They'll be available for the entire week of the exam, but once you start, you'll have an hour and 30 minutes. Quizzes, there will be 13 quizzes, each worth 10 points. These will also be administered through Canvas. Once you start those, you'll have 20 minutes to finish them. There will be a final exam, also administered through Canvas. You'll have 2 hours and 30 minutes to finish that in the last week of class. There will be a number of laboratory assignments, including those associated with the in-person labs and online labs. Most of them are worth 10 points. There will also be a 30-point online lab final. Finally, I put weekly twice there. There will be 16 weekly problem sets. Each of these will be worth 10 points, and you'll either write these out on paper and take a picture making a PDF using a software called Adobe Snap, which I'll show you I've linked to in the Canvas. Or you'll enter them in type them into Canvas, and I'll show you how to do that when the time comes. There will also be weekly Canvas discussions. This week is a simple one, just introducing ourselves, but as we move forward, there will be discussions about more difficult problems, and you guys will be able to work together to get to a solution to them. Finally, there is extra credit available, up to 30 points total. No one gets more than 30 points. If you ask me a chemistry question at office hours and remind me to make a note of it, you can get up to 3 points, so that's up to 10 times asking questions in office hours. And there are MESA sessions available on a variety of topics. I'll open the website here real quick for you. And you can see there's a number. MESA is Math, Engineering, Science Achievement, and this is a program on campus to help students transfer and have success in science on our campus. There's a number of events available, and if you go and attend one of those virtually, they will take attendance and note who your teacher was in chemistry, and then I will be sent a report that lets me know at the end of the semester that you attended the MESA session. You'll get 5 points of extra credit for that. So in terms of points, there's 1,000 total points for the class, broken down in this fashion. Grading is very simple in my class. It's all based on the number of points you get. Greater than 900 points total by the end is an A. Over 800 up to 899 is a B, and so forth. There is one proviso, and that is you must get at least 60% of the points in lecture and lab to pass. Also, another one is that you must get 65% of the exam and quiz points to be allowed to get a C or better in the class. Once those thresholds are met, then your grade is simply determined by the number of points here. In terms of late assignments, no late assignments will be accepted, but I do give you some leniency here. Assignments are due every week on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. However, I do allow for a 48-hour grace period where no points will be taken off. If you turn it in within that period of time, it will be accepted. However, after the grace period is passed, no assignments will be accepted. Please do not email me at 11:48 on Sunday asking me for an extension. I won't give you an extension at that time. If there is a genuine emergency earlier than that, you can contact me and we can try to work something out. But if you email me on Monday after it's already been due and say you want an extension, you are already in the extension. You needed to ask for an extension before the due date if you wanted that. So that's my policy on assignments on this online class. There are a number of support services. Your main support should be me. You can come to my office hours, and don't be afraid to make an appointment with me. That's totally fine. And if people are making appointments at particular times that are popular, then I'll just make sure to be available during those times. Put these as my initial office hours because they seem like convenient times. But I can be available for you to help you. And if you email me, email is a great way to contact me. I will respond within 24 to 48 hours, usually sooner. But if you have emailed me and it's been 24 hours and you haven't gotten a response, it may be something went wrong, like it went into my junk mail or something. So email me again or let me know. And don't be afraid to email me a second time if I didn't respond fast enough. What that means is that something went wrong and I somehow missed it. I get a lot of email, and it doesn't happen very often, but it's possible I could miss an email. So do not be afraid to email me multiple times. I'll try to answer all of your questions. but do give me some time, particularly on a Saturday. I might take a little longer. I might actually take a day off sometimes. There's also tutoring available through the Math and Science Success Center, which you can access their services here. Also available is NetTutor, which there's a link on Canvas. You can take a look at that, and that is an outside service that provides tutoring that's available for students. If you have a disability, please make sure to let me know. We will accommodate you, and also make sure to register with the DSPS on our campus through this website. The library is actually physically open on Tuesday and Wednesdays for some time. So that's some place you can go to if you want to study or use a printer or something like that. You can get more information at these links here, and there are a number of other departments, and if you won't need to know more, you can ask me or just click the links there to them. I will let you know that 151 is a lot harder than 150. Okay, you can't expect it to be as easy as 150. Okay, especially if you took 101 then 150. You're going to need a significant time commitment. This is a 5-unit class. The college estimates that you need 2 to 3 hours for every unit. You're looking at 10 to 15 hours besides watching my lectures of independent study and practice. I will give you problem sets. You do need to do those, and let me know when you get stuck. So this is a demanding class, and you will need, even though it's online, don't expect that it's going to take less time. It will take the same amount of time, 10 to 15 hours a week of commitment to pass this class. You must complete lab assignments on time. If you're not completing them, I may drop you, okay? And one extra note too is that we will be doing in-person labs, and we're taking every precaution because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're following CDC guidelines, which you can refer to here. But if you are sick, you must let me know, and you should not come to lab. That's the CDC guidance. We'll do what we can to accommodate you. But you do need to quarantine if you become sick, okay, and do that right away. If worse comes to worse, we can assign an in-progress grade and make up your labs in a subsequent semester. This is the worst case scenario. You should read your labs beforehand. Often there is a PreLab assignment. You are expected to do that PreLab assignment before the lab. I'll remind you, but that should be on your radar. And on the syllabus, it states when each lab assignment is due. You will have to turn it in by that time. And this is just a point breakdown for the lab assignments. So that's the syllabus. I also wanted to show you what's on your Canvas page here. So you should already have access to Canvas here for your other classes. And in there should be General Chemistry, Section 3. Okay. And this is the organization of this. You'll see there's a number of links that you don't see here, but I do. These are hidden just to keep things as simple as possible for you. Home is where you want to spend most of your time. Sometimes I make announcements. This is where your grades will be posted. This is where you go for student resources, and this is the NetTutor link. Here is Office 365 online, but what you want to do to download Office 365 is click right here, SBVC Student Resources, and there's a Canvas student guide and some tips for online success here that I highly recommend you take a look at if you're having some trouble with learning online or accessing Canvas. What you absolutely need to click is the Office 365. You're going to want to do that soon. And then you'll go through to the Office 365 website. And when you go here, this is what mine looks like. You do not want to use these online. What you want to do instead is install Office. You want to download the Office 365 apps onto your computer. Do that as soon as you can. You want to get that done this week. Okay. because we're gonna be using Excel in particular very extensively, and you're gonna want to have that installed. Okay, so going back now to your Canvas page here. Back, go to General Chemistry. I had a welcome video here. Some of you have watched that already. Here's a direct link to my office hours. So you don't have access to the syllabus, or you just have Canvas, just click here and that will take you to Zoom and to my office hours when I'm there, Tuesday, Thursday, 2 to 3 p.m. Here's a periodic table. You'll want to print that out. And this is just reference information you'll want all the time, probably when you're doing your homework and your assignments and exams and quizzes. Here's a link to a list of elements, ions, and acids. So definitely you should have your polyatomic ions memorized still from Chem 150. You should know the charges of fixed charge ions, how to name acids. We will review this in some of my lectures this week. And also know what the standard elemental states are. And this will be particularly important as we get further in the class. The information for accessing the textbook is here. So you can buy this from the campus bookstore, the publisher, or Amazon. You may already have it. After that, there's the lab manual. I will give you a paper copy when we come into lab, but there's a digital copy here too. We will be doing experiment 1 before we go into lab, but I'll provide a version you can print out. But you may want to download this. It does load a little slowly when you just access it through Canvas. So it's kind of nice to have it downloaded. For computer software, you're going, in terms of accessing Canvas, to get all the features that you want to access Canvas using Google Chrome. I have had problems in the past when people use Safari, so you probably don't want to use that. Images often don't load, and certain things go wrong. You'll also want the Adobe Acrobat Reader to read PDFs more easily. You can read them in the browser, but it's a little bit better on the reader. I showed you how to download Microsoft Office. You definitely want to download this week. And if you are still new to Canvas, here's a link to the Canvas overview video that you can watch to get a better idea of how to use Canvas. The mobile apps you'll need the Canvas mobile app and the Adobe Scan app. So the Adobe Scan app allows you to make PDFs directly from your phone for easy upload to upload your assignments. So make sure to download both these apps for your mobile device. This is a requirement for this class. If you have another way to make PDFs, perhaps you don't have to use Adobe Adobe Scan, but that's how most people do it. And there's a video here showing how to use Adobe Scan and the Canvas app to upload your assignments. We'll have a number of discussions in this class. So you should read these discussion Netiquette Guidelines. They basically boil down to treat your colleagues in this class with respect and be courteous. If you are not being courteous, of course, there will be consequences from me. Be courteous to the other people in this class and follow the netiquette. And there are 2 general discussions here. One where you could just post questions, and I'll keep an eye on that about anything class related, and a student lounge where you could just chit chat if you like. What you see here is a general organization for Chem 150. So this is still, I'm making this video a little early, so I'm still filling some of this in, but you'll see this kind of organization as you move forward. Some instructions for the week, notes and PowerPoints will be posted under here. Then reading assignments from the book, and media, my lectures for the most part, documents that you may want to print for to complete the assignments, And then the weekly graded assignments. So these are where you will turn in your assignments. Here you'll fill in the discussion. Here's where you'll turn in the homework. Here's where you turn in the lab assignment. For the discussion, it's pretty simple for the first week. It's just sometime this week, hopefully more early in the week, go ahead and introduce yourself. You'll want to put your picture in here too. So the picture, I'll be looking for that. You can go in your profile here and put the picture in. You can also do that on the phone as well, on the phone app. And then answer these questions. Just say a few things about yourself, including these and maybe some more things. And then respond to someone else's post who you have something in common with and just say hi. And that will get you an easy 10 points for this week. Okay. And that's basically the introduction to kind of just an orientation to the course online. And so yeah, that's the first video, and as the next few videos will be about the Chem 150 review and lecture content for the week. And so I'll see you in the next one.